Did you know that some conspiracy theories are actually true? Hi, this is Southern Digest, and I'm Nina, your host, and I have 3 articles for you today from the Gateway Pundit. Links to all of them will be in the description box. One of them is from the Gateway Pundit. 2 of them are from the Epoch Times. According to a bombshell report, this is in Gateway Pundit, from Judicial Watch on Tuesday, the Department of Health and Human Services has paid at least $2.7 million into a University of Pittsburgh initiative that allegedly employs a tissue bank with organs from aborted fetuses. The Epoch Times, talking about the same thing, says Judicial Watch also pointed out that the school's funding proposal to the federal government included a racial target for human body parts to be harvested from what it called aborted subjects. Under the target, school officials told the HHS they planned on half of their subjects to be unborn aborted babies from minority mothers in the Pittsburgh area because Pittsburgh has a diverse populace. But Judicial Watch noted that U.S. Census Bureau data indicates that Pittsburgh is almost 70% Caucasian. Pitt's interest in harvesting fetal organs is for a research project known as the Genitourinary Development Molecular Anatomy Project, or GUDMAP, and it's detailed in hundreds of pages of documents that Judicial Watch had to sue the Department of Health and Human Services to get because they'd asked for them under a Freedom of Information Act and didn't get them. They had to sue. They finally got them. Here's what the documents are showing. Pitt's proposal stated that they wanted to create a pipeline for the acquisition, quality control, and distribution of human genitourinary samples gathered throughout development from 6 to 42 weeks of gestation. Y'all, 42 weeks of gestation is a 10-month plus pregnancy. Back in 2015, Pitt told the HHS that it had been collecting fetal tissue for over 10 years, including liver, heart, gonads, legs, brain, genitourinary tissues, including kidneys, ureters, and bladders. That's a quote. An experiment involving grafting fetal scalps with full-thickness human skin onto mice was discussed in a session earlier this year in the Pennsylvania State House, so it's not like they don't know what's going on. The tissue for that experiment with the skin came from the university's Human Tissue Bank. Grants from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, which is headed by coronavirus advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci, were used to fund that research. While the exact amount of federal money on the project is unknown, it was supported through 2 substantial grants, one for well over $1 million and another for $430,000. David Delican calls this racist. He is the head of the Center for Medical Progress, and you might remember he is the fellow who went undercover as a journalist in Planned Parenthood not too long ago, made secret videotaped recordings of Planned Parenthood executives and employees bragging about their ability to obtain human body parts that they'll then sell to research institutes. And they were claiming, we can get any part you want and make sure it's whole and intact for you. By the way, David Delican also filed an amicus brief with the Supreme Court recently. There's a case between the state of Mississippi, which has a 14-week abortion ban after 14 weeks. They're coming up against the sole abortion provider still operating in the state. The Supreme Court has agreed to look at it, so he filed an amicus brief about it, and he was letting them know that this was racially motivated and had a racial impact on it. And by the way, David Delican also, for his efforts, was sued by the state of California, and the Attorney General at that time was, during part of this suit at least, was Xavier Becerra, who is now the Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services, who Pittsburgh applied to for these grants. But he was not the only one. His predecessor before him also started the process of suing David Delican, and that was Vice President Kamala Harris. So y'all see what's happening here, right? Are you putting it together?